Hey everybody, Dee here from D is for Digital. Hope you're having a fabulous day and welcome to today's masterclass, which is about the 7 golden rules of becoming a successful vlogger. Now, I am crazy about video. All of my business is based on video. It's such a powerful medium, and I wanted to do a whole series around vlogging and video content marketing. So we have a whole nearly 2 weeks of video specific content. So if you're a business that isn't using video yet and you want to get more customers and understand about the power of video, we have a lot of great stuff coming up for you. And if you're an individual and you're thinking about becoming a vlogger or maybe doing video educational content, anything around video, stay tuned. So I wanted to start off with some golden rules. So I've spent some time looking at people who've had a lot of success in the vlogging space, because we learn from those who've gone before us. We want to shortcut our results, right? We want to get there as fast as possible and not make the mistakes of those who were braver to do it way on their own and make all the mistakes and all that stuff. So I'm going to go over sort of the 7 secret golden rules of really successful vloggers. And rule number 1, and one that I've personal experience of, is collaboration and the power of collaboration. So obviously I'm collaborating with Digicel at the moment. Just 2 days ago, we hit 1 million views of our masterclass series, which is so exciting. 1 million views, and we did that in just over 6 weeks, like no time at all. We had no idea that it was going to be a success that it is. And thank you to those of you who have been following and interacting, watching. Love you guys. So the power of collaboration is everything. When we do things on our own, obviously you can have success as a vlogger without a collaboration, but you can accelerate your results exponentially when you collaborate with others. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a big brand. I was lucky, I had a good relationship already with Digicel. We both knew each other, so it kind of made sense. But often when you're starting out, people sort of go, I don't have a lot of followers, who would collaborate with me? I'm not well known enough. And you don't have to collaborate with the big players. You don't have to sort of go to someone who maybe already has 1 million fans or subscribers or 10 million. You can go and work with other social media influencers who are just starting out, and you can grow each other's together, right? Grow your fan base together. You'll still do it quicker than doing it on your own. So the trick is to look out for other brands, businesses, influencers that are kind of in your space, because you want to make sure that it makes sense to collaborate together, but where you would both win from the collaboration. So in the example with myself and Digicel wins because they wanted digital educational content to go out to their customers who maybe, their businesses are suffering right now during COVID-19, or people are losing jobs or fearful about employment, so that we could teach the skill set of being able to monetize digitally online, right? It makes sense. It made sense for me because I get to be introduced to a brand new audience who I wouldn't have met. I wouldn't have had the pleasure to meet you otherwise. So there is win-win. There has to be win-win for both of you. But you can look for opportunities to collaborate. Don't be shy about reaching out to others and go, I think we could do something together. And maybe you sponsor or promote each other's products, or maybe you interview each other, or maybe you share content on each other's platforms. And it's just a super easy, organic way to increase your fan base really, really quickly. So, and it doesn't matter that you're only starting out. It doesn't matter that you're just new at this. Go reach out. And obviously I say this all the time. You can collaborate with me if you want to come on, be interviewed, if you want me to share your content, all the things, always happy to do that. Okay. So collaboration number 1. 2 is working with big brands. So I've covered in previous masterclasses around becoming an influencer, the power of a brand sponsoring you, of becoming a face of a brand. And you can do that as a vlogger as well. I mean, if you consider approaching brands that you use already and that makes sense in whatever you're vlogging about. So if you're, for example, I'm a big Apple fan, Apple, if you're watching, I love it. But, I'm passionate about my phone. My phone goes with me everywhere, like most of us. I could obviously approach an Apple, or some software that I'm using to run my business, which I talk about Canva a lot, I talk about Patreon a lot. You know, I could go to these companies and say, hey, I'm a massive fan, and I talk about your product to my audience. We've had 1 million views in the last 6 weeks. What's the opportunity for us to be able to do something together? You know, and even if you don't have the 1 million views, it doesn't matter. Brands work with influencers and businesses of all shapes, sizes, you know, so you've nothing, like, what have you got to lose? But approaching a brand, particularly when you're already a fan, you're already talking about the product, you're already using a product, you've already been a customer. I mean, and customers are the best promoters. So don't be afraid to reach out to a brand. What have you got to lose? So 1, collaboration. 2, approaching brands that you use already. And then there's some, I suppose, sort of the natural things about being a successful vlogger is being consistent. You have to post content consistently. You have to find a rhythm and get into showing up for your audience, showing up for your fans, and giving them content that they can rely that there's going to be something new there every day or every week, whatever it is for you. And I know I struggled a lot starting out with the consistency of putting content out there. I would sort of be great maybe for a day or 2, or maybe even a week. I won't be so hard on myself. I could sort of do it every day for a week and feeling really energetic and putting stuff out, and then sort of find the week after that I'd lost inspiration or struggling to come up with ideas. So it was very sort of ad hoc. I certainly wouldn't call it consistent. Now I'm posting every single day, multiple times a day. I have found a way that is easy for me to produce content that is meaningful for my audience. And you'll have to do the same. Consistency is really important when you're going to be a vlogger or a blogger, or do digital marketing, be on social media. And it's not a silver bullet. It will be different for different people. I have my own method that works for me, probably wouldn't work for anybody else. You know, we all plan differently. I don't require a huge amount of planning. So, but I have found something that works. So find a way that works for you in order to be really consistent. And number 4 is to set targets. Targets are everything. When we started out with Digicel, the initial target was 1 million views. Like, that was sort of the dream goal, 1 million views. Now we have 1 million views. It's going to be 10 million is the next target. But targets are great for keeping you focused and on track. I mean, what is it that you want to achieve as a vlogger? If you're starting out, your target's maybe just getting your YouTube channel set up and your first 1,000 subscribers on your channel, or a certain amount of engagement. Or your goal is, I'm posting consistently for 30 days and I've found a way, you know, to do that easily. But without any goals, it can all get quite random. You can get pulled off track, and it can be a full-time job. It doesn't have to be, because I think once you find your rhythm, creating content can be something that's really, really simple, especially when you're talking about stuff that you're passionate about. But you want to make sure that you have a very clear goal, and you know that all of your effort and time and resources are helping you get towards that goal. If you don't set the goal, it can be a little bit all over the place, and what happens is your progress slows down. So think about your targets. Number 5 is about, one at this I'm passionate about, is about being honest and authentic and being yourself. Particularly on video is such an engaging format, but it also leaves there's nowhere to hide, right? If I was to come on here and, I don't know, talk about stuff that I wasn't familiar with, or that I wasn't passionate about, or I didn't feel good about, you would be able to tell that. You know, it's very, very hard to lie on video. It's very hard to BS people on video. There is nowhere to hide. So particularly if you're going to choose vlogging, maybe with blogging, it's a little bit easier with the written word. You have more control. But on video, it can feel quite exposing. So you want to make sure that you're showing up as you, yeah? And be confident being you. Talk about things that you're genuinely passionate about and believe in and are interested in. And that includes, if you're promoting and working with other brands, you want to make sure that you're aligned with them, you like them, because people will see it on video. Yeah, our customers are smart, our followers are super smart. So you want to choose whatever you decide to vlog on, be you. Pick something that you're passionate about, that you like, that feels important, and just show up as you, because there's only one you. And I absolutely 100% believe that the biggest value that you hold is your personality, your opinions on things, your experiences, your unique skill sets, your history, your dreams and aspirations. I mean, those all make you so amazingly unique that you can't be copied. So why would you try to be like anybody else? I have great arguments with my new online entrepreneurs who get terrified that there are other people out there doing what they do in some shape or form, and they're bigger and they have loads of success and all the things. But those people had to start somewhere too, right? We all start from nothing when we're doing something new like this. And there is enough business out there for everybody. You don't have to be like somebody else, because let them be them and you be you, and just do you really well. So that whole being authentic and being relatable, it's so attractive, and it is what will make you stand out as a vlogger. So embrace yourself. And I know it's easier said than done. I was terrified when I started this, sweaty palms, rash up the side of my neck with the nervousness. But as soon as you start doing it, you get the hang of it really, really quickly, and you will build confidence. And I think that point about being consistent also helps you get used to your new craft and showing up and doing this well. I'm still learning and I'm still improving, and I don't expect that to ever end, because there'll always be something new to learn. So look, let me tell you, I've been doing this a long time and I still don't know it all. So why would you expect you to know it all, particularly if you're just starting out? So be you. Now, one thing I do want to share, which I loved during and this is an example of me still learning. When I was, excuse me, I have something on my lip. When I was researching for this, one of the key themes that came out from the really successful vloggers was about valuing your content and specifically understanding how much your content is worth. You know, how much is a video from you worth to another brand? And this is fabulous insight, because sometimes it can be really hard to price our content, to know how much to charge for it. Is it worth? Are we overpricing? Are we underpricing? But there is a website called the Social Blue Book, and I'm going to share this with you now, because this I love. This I discovered in my research. Here we go. Now let me make this bigger. This is the Social Blue Book, and it's the ultimate guide to making money as an influencer. You can join and to see how much to charge for sponsored videos. Look how fabulous this is. There are so many resources out there. Like, I'm shocked every day. You can never run out of content to talk about, because there's so many new things that we all don't know about. But you get on Google and look what you find. And I'm going to show the pricing. I always do when we look at these new platforms, because we want to make sure, is it affordable? And I love, they have a free package where you can do platform valuation, which is basically valuing your brand on social media. And then they have a monthly plan for $19.95, which gives you all the things. So I think that's a decent value for money. And if you want to be a vlogger full time and make money from it, you're going to need to know your value, right? So that you can charge appropriately. Most of my new online entrepreneurs undercharge themselves by levels that just make me lose sleep at night. So I think this is a brilliant tool to help you show you what other people are charging and what you're actually worth from a social media perspective. So the features here, platform valuation. So you can quickly connect your social media platforms to know your worth for branded content deals. Social Blue Book will suggest prices for platforms including YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook pages, blogs, and Twitch. It gives you insights. They have a little academy, so training and a community. And how many people are? 300,000 plus platform valuations done. So lovely little website. I love practical tools that really help you run your business, because it is hard to know, well, how do I charge for this? And am I over or undercharging? You're probably undercharging. The best advice I got very early on when I started out was, and I was talking to somebody about pricing, and they said, when you set your pricing in the early days, it should make you want to vomit. Like, it should be so, if you don't feel like you want to vomit, you're charging yourself out too cheaply. And it's true, because pricing can be really uncomfortable when we're starting out, and particularly when we're selling ourselves as products. So a tool like the Social Blue Book takes that away, because you can really get to see other people's prices and have an industry expert say, this is actually what you're worth. And last but not least, and I think this, if you're new, you may not even think this, but it came through from all the successful vloggers, was about doing your video editing yourself. And I have to agree with this. So video editing will be a skill that you will develop as you become a vlogger. Now, actually, it's not that hard. But you need some basic video editing, and you can do it for free with on was it iMovie on Mac, and Windows have inbuilt video editors, because sometimes you need to sort of cut off the start of a video and cut off the end of it. Maybe if you have a little blooper, you'd be able to cut things out. And actually that stuff is very simple. But as you'll see, particularly there's people on YouTube who are fabulous at editing, and the better your editing skills, the more engaging and compelling your videos can be. Like, I'm right now still learning. I consider myself a very basic video editor. Like, I'll put my intro that you see at the start of my videos and the outro at the end of the videos, but I know I can do more, but I'm studying that. So, but being able to edit yourself gives you a lot of control over your content. You could outsource it to others, but then there's an expense to that. And I think no one will take care of your content as much as you can. So even when you become big and famous and you have gazillions of followers, the successful vloggers say, continue to edit your video yourselves. And now I can edit a video like this in 5-10 minutes, change things around, maybe pull things out. It's a very simple process, because you're repeating the same stuff all the time. But I have set some time myself away for this weekend to upgrade my skills so I can have it more engaging and an improved educational experience, because we're always learning. So those are the 7 secrets. So collaboration, approaching brands that you want to use, being consistent with your content, setting targets, being yourself, being authentically, fabulously, awesomely yourself, valuing your content, making sure you know the value, and keep editing your video content yourself. And that's it. I highly recommend video. Honestly, I find it a very easy medium to communicate in. And I know we all have our different preferences. If you're not feeling video and you're a writer, then vlogging is for you, or blogging is for you. I mean, there's no judgment one way or another. But what you'll find out in the upcoming masterclasses, I share a lot of statistics about the current trends in video marketing and the future trends. And really, it's all about video, and more so. So if you feel like video could be for you, then really you're onto a sure thing, because it's just exponentially growing and it's not going to stop. So try it out. What have you got to lose? We all start somewhere. Some of my first videos were hilarious and embarrassing, and honestly, I look back at them now and I go, oh my God. But we started somewhere, and look at me now, 1 million views later. So go do it. If you need any help, just ask for it. If you have any other questions around this whole theme of vlogging and video marketing, I'm here to support. I love getting your questions. I can create a masterclass out of your questions. So you're helping me out by asking me stuff, because then I know what masterclass I need to do for you. But in the meantime, I wish you a wonderful day. Don't work too hard. Stay safe. And I will see you in the next masterclass.